In today's video, we're going to answer some very common questions you get asked when doing Amazon FBA. First question comes from Tom. Again, thanks Tom for your input here. He says, I noticed from your August results that you're paying for advertising costs. Do you normally pay for advertising costs, or were you taking advantage of a promotion? And the answer in short is yes, advertising is always a great option. For example, inventory that you know is seasonal. For example, sunglasses, you know come September, they're probably not going to sell that well. You may have 10 or 15 pairs left in inventory. You start thinking in August, oh, these aren't selling as quick as I would have hoped, or whatever. You may then boost that to try and get rid of inventory. Another example could be that you have a lot of stock. It's just not selling as well as you'd hoped. You thought, I would have sold out maybe in a couple of months. 4 months later, you're still sitting with quite a lot, and you're kind of looking at your projections and you're going, God, I could be holding this for another 6 months. I would love to get rid of it. That's where your advertising comes in. Or even better, when you're in wholesale and you're at that level of you've got that much quantity, you don't mind paying 2, 3, 4% ad revenue just to get rid of the inventory. The more you can sell, the more you'll make. So paying a little bit of money to boost the listing makes perfect sense. But you're all right. A lot of people think it's just for private label to launch a product, but that is definitely not the case. It is very much worth considering, but don't do it for every product because it would be silly. A lot of products you can buy and sell, especially the ones on our deal sheet, those ones should sell well without it, but like I said, in those scenarios you may need to do so. And also ads tend to give you more share of the buy box, so when you consider that, getting on a listing on a buy box perhaps, it will be of benefit as well. We will show you in our wholesale course that's coming in the next 4 weeks. It's taken us a long time to do it, but we're hoping to have that launched in the next sort of 4 weeks, and within that we will teach you all about how to apply ads and do all that for wholesale. Our next question comes from Paul Westlake. Question for the Q&A, how do you send dangerous goods? Couriers always ask for what's in, and most wouldn't let me book without a contact number. Dangerous goods is actually something that we've covered on the YouTube channel before, and again, this will also be in the wholesale course when we launch it. But in short, dangerous goods is actually something that you have to be very, very careful with. Now, it's a bit different for me because I live in Ireland, Northern Ireland. We have to ship across waters, so there is obviously an extra layer of risk there. But generally speaking, if you look at any terms and conditions for Yodel, Every, UPS, they say no. They do not ship and do any dangerous goods. If you go on the Royal Mail's website, they will ship dangerous goods, but I believe it's only 4 bottles up to 200 ml, or it's a quantity. It doesn't make a difference. The liquid volume, it's only up to 4 or 5 bottles. So you have to look at the terms and conditions. They're always changing. You could obviously just say nothing and post it, but you have to consider the risks there. We wouldn't recommend doing anything above board because the simple fact, you're growing a business. A lot of people say, oh, what about selling some stuff from China or the odd counterfeit good and stuff? It's just a bad idea. Quick cash is never a good idea. It's not going to be building you a sustainable business for the future. You can't rely on selling counterfeit goods. You can't rely on shipping in 200 bottles of aftershave hoping that you won't get caught out by someone. Always think of the worst case scenario. What would happen? Well, worst case scenario, the real worst case scenario is the van crashes and it blows up, and that's on your head because you've not told them about the dangerous liquid goods. You will be liable for that and you will get into a lot of bother. And this is more than just monetary value. This could be a lawful thing that you're breaking. So you have to consider that. And then the least worst case scenario is probably that they find your goods and they confiscate it or get rid of it all. You could be down hundreds or even thousands of pounds. So you have to really consider weighing up the pros and cons. That is why dangerous goods get you such high ROI, because it's a lot of risk, it's a lot of hassle, and a lot of people don't want to do it. Again, think about building your sustainable business. What way do you want to grow? You cannot possibly grow a reasonable business delivering goods 3 or 4 bottles at a time, and you can't build a business cheating and lying and saying, oh, I'm shipping only 2 bottles, or not telling and disclosing. It's extremely dangerous. So you have to weigh up the pros and cons there. Only you can make that decision. There is other ways around it. There is couriers that can deliver higher volumes. You pay a real good fee for that, and you could obviously deliver it yourself if you happen to be near your Amazon fulfillment center. So there is other ways around it, delivering dangerous goods, and if you were to be able to do it all above board, it would be a very high profitable investment. So it's worth considering. Can you deliver the quantity that you need to? There is other ways around it as well. Perhaps you can just do direct shopping to a fulfillment center and they can do the courier service. You just need to look at all your options. But in my opinion, and my, if you would say, advice, is to do everything as always above board. Next question comes From Tom, I've got a question about Amazon's criteria for accepting invoices when applying for ungating. Do the email addresses on the invoice and my Amazon account have to match? I've been using a different email address by choice, and I'm wondering if Amazon might reject my invoice just because the email addresses don't match. What's your take on this? Tom, that's a good question. It really shouldn't make a difference. Don't get me wrong. I would suspect Amazon will just flag something because their customer service is dreadful, but really that won't matter. As long as your company name's the same and the delivery address ties up with what's on account, you should have no problems. Even think about it in more simple terms. Some companies could have sales at Deal Hunters. You could have info at Deal Hunters. You could have purchases at Deal Hunters. So there may always be a different email address. The key fundamental thing that will always be the same, that should always be the same, is that address and that business name. So I wouldn't suspect you'll have any issues. And if you do, bounce it straight back. It's just some job's worth. You've also asked the next question, is it necessary to include our registered business name on the invoice? In my case, my business name is essentially my full name. However, because my name is rather lengthy, I often omit my middle name from the invoice. Additionally, I have noticed that some overseas suppliers occasionally print my name in reverse order. I'm unsure if there is a preference or it might be an error. I'm wondering if Amazon pays close attention to these invoice details. Well, in my experience, Amazon they're hopeless at doing these types of things. They will flag anything that they don't believe is right. I definitely recommend trying to have continuity constantly. It'll only help you. But this isn't an issue that I think will have any problem. I mean, I don't know, I haven't seen examples of it. We put D Hunters on our invoices and Deal Hunters. I don't foresee that being an issue. The key thing is the address. The supply building address, is that the same? And is your name ever so slightly in line with what your business name is? You should really have no problems. Things like this can happen all the time. A lot of the wholesale, for example, suppliers that we have, it's all handwritten. Half the time I can't even make out what they're writing. So I've never had really any issues with Amazon doing these things. Don't be too worried about it. But like I said, as a rule of thumb, always try to be consistent and always use the same details. It will only make life easier, but you really probably shouldn't have any issues with that. So this is our free Telegram group. You can see we're sharing in obviously the videos, but we're doing free raffle giveaways. Look at this, free giveaways, completely random. People that have entered the giveaway, you get free gifts, something like this. Product code giveaway, one winner. And this is what someone could be getting, just hand it to them. It's effectively free money, guys. It's crazy. Some feedback coming in. Hi, yeah, my first month with Deal Hunters was great. Just tried to log into the website to renew the 3-month package, but they were unable to do that. Straight away, support was able to get them sorted. They're signing up for 3 months. They're that confident in what they're getting that they're signing up for 3 months. They're taking the discount and signing up. Don't forget, there's a year discount for $299. That is a steal. Like, it really is. You could make that money back in 1 month and forever you will have free deals. It's incredible. That giveaway will be ending soon, so take advantage of it. We are going to be upping our prices very soon as well. As the members grow, it becomes more. We're going to be having to create a new sheet because we don't want our deals to get saturated. We're paying for AI to stop deals being shared. We can see what people are doing. So don't even think about signing up and wanting to share deals. You will be banned and there'll be no refunds for anyone caught doing it. Let that be known and let that be heard. And if you want to join the groups and look at it all, this is the website. Go to prices section. You can see the different prices, read up about it. You can click here just to join the free Telegram group. You click on this, you join the free Telegram group with 491 subscribers now in the group, which is phenomenal. Again, great admin team sorting all this out. I've recently joined Deal Hunters and I want to express my complete satisfaction with the consistency of good leads and performances. Another happy member is right, more giveaways, more deals. Since joining Deal Hunters, the directory of my Amazon FBA career has shot up. I don't even source anymore. It was only through you guys I was able to buy hundreds of units. It's only been like a week exactly. But listen, that's enough of it. Go on and check it all out. Get your questions asked. We're going to try and do these on a bi-weekly basis. Join the community. Ask the questions. Start making money today. It's going to be the best investment you've ever made. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Any questions, please leave them down below. Comment. Is there any stores you want us to look at? We've been doing our 45, 30-minute challenges. Video only posted yesterday, going around showing you physically how to do this as a family man, on your own, single, someone as a side hustle. This business model works for anybody in any condition. Stop procrastinating, get stuck in today and start making money that could change your life. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.